The Strain by Guillermo del Toro and Chuck Hogan. Kelton Street, Woodside, Queens. Kelly walked fast across the living room with clean clothes and batteries in her hands, past Matt and Zach, who were watching the television news. "We're going," said Kelly, dumping the load into a canvas bag on a chair. Matt turned to her with a smile, but Kelly wanted none of it. "Come on, babe," he said. "Haven't you been listening to me?" "Yes, patiently." He stood up from his chair. "Look, Kel, your ex-husband is doing his thing again, lobbing a grenade into our happy home life here. Can't you see that? If this was something really serious, the government would tell us." "Oh, yes, of course. Elected officials never lie." She stomped off to the front closet, pulling out the rest of the luggage. "This is a self-fulfilling prophecy with you," continued Matt, following her. "Don't you see? He knows you. He knows exactly which button to push. This is why you two were no good for each other." Kelly dug to the back of the closet, tossing out 2 old tennis rackets in her way, hitting Matt on the feet for talking like that in front of Zach. "It's not like that. I believe him." "He's a wanted man, Kel. He's having some sort of breakdown, a collapse. All these so-called geniuses are basically fragile. Like those sunflowers you're always trying to grow out along the back fence. Heads too big, collapsing underneath their own weight." She stopped, turning on all fours, staring at him through the bottom of the coats. "Are you really that clueless?" "Men don't like to lose. They won't give in." She backed out, hauling her big American Tourister. "Is that why you won't leave now?" "I won't leave because I have to go to work. If I thought I could use your daffy husband's end-of-the-world excuse to get out of this floored computer inventory, I would, believe me. But in the real world, when you don't show up at your job, you lose it." She turned, burning at his obstinacy. "F said to go. He's never acted that way before, never talked like that. This is real." "It's eclipse hysteria. They were talking about it on TV, people freaking out. If I was going to flee New York because of all the crazies, I'd have been out of here years ago." Matt reached for her shoulders. She shook him off at first, then let him hold her for a moment. "But the world keeps turning, all right? For those of us with real jobs. I mean, you're just going to leave your classroom?" Her students' needs pulled on her, but everybody and everything else came second to Zach. "Maybe they'll cancel school for a few days. Come to think of it, I had a lot of unexplained absences today." "These are kids, Kel. Flu." "I think it's actually the eclipse," said Zach from across the room. "Fred Phelan told me in school. Everyone who looked at the moon without glasses, it cooked their brains." Kelly said, "What is this fascination with you and zombies?" "They're out there," he said. "Gotta be prepared. I'll bet you don't even know the 2 most important things you need in order to survive a zombie invasion." Kelly ignored him. Matt said, "I give up." "A machete and a helicopter." "Machete, huh?" Matt shook his head. "I think I'd rather have a shotgun." "Wrong," said Zach. "You don't have to reload a machete." Matt conceded the point, turning to Kelly. "This Fred Phelan kid really knows his stuff. Guys, I've had it." Being ganged up on by them wasn't something she was used to. Any other time, she might have been happy seeing Zach and Matt pulling together. "Zach, you're talking nonsense. This is a virus and it's real. We need to get out of here." Matt stood there while Kelly carried the empty suitcase to the other bags. "Kel, relax, okay?" He pulled his car keys out of his pocket, twirling them around his finger. "Take a bath. Catch your breath. Be rational about this, please. Taking into account the source of your inside info." He went to the front door. "I'll check in with you later." He went out. Kelly stood staring at the closed door.